Hello, this is Levi Ransom. This is my final presentation for KNR 398. I did my senior internship at Central Elementary School in Pontiac, Illinois with a PE teacher. The motto at Central School and throughout the entire district is be kind, be safe, and be ready. So I did my internship with Jennifer Morris. She is a PE teacher at Central School. So just a little bit about her path, how she's gotten to where she is now. So she started out studying athletic training, became an athletic trainer. For a couple of years, she really enjoyed that, but realized that once she started to have kids and have a family, that the schedule was a little more demanding than she thought it would be. So she decided to get out of athletic training and get into massage therapy. Um, she didn't dislike athletic training, it just became a little too much for her. So she got into massage therapy. She actually really enjoyed that as well. But as she got into it, she realized that the massage therapy schedule was very similar to the athletic training schedule. So she did massage therapy for a couple years as well, but then decided she wanted to be on the same schedule as her kids. So she got into physical education, got hired at Central School in 2013, and she has been there ever since. So a description of Central School. It serves the community of Pontiac, Illinois. The town of Pontiac has about 12,000 people in it. Some, if you're not aware of Pontiac, just a couple things that it's known for is its museums. It's got war museums. It's got a couple car museums. It's pretty cool. It's got some art murals around town. Pontiac's kind of known for Route 66 that goes right through, and there's a Route 66 mural painted downtown, which is pretty neat. And it also has some statues. Central School is a school with just kindergarten and first grade, which I think is interesting because when you think of elementary school, you normally think of K through 5, but this school is actually just kindergarten and first graders. First graders, so you have basically 3 hallways in the school. One hallway is like some resource teachers, special ed teachers, and then you have one kindergarten hallway, one first grade hallway. It's pretty simple. So just a self-analysis of myself at the internship. Some of my strengths, obviously, had to have some patience and some tolerance with the little kids, which I think I did well. They're 5 and 6 years old, so they're not always going to listen on the first time. So it's important to just be patient, be understanding, and be able to work with that. My communication skills, I've always done pretty well communicating with young kids, so I didn't really have too big of an issue with that. Tried to be super enthusiastic each day. Just try to lift their moods up, get them excited for the activities in class. Also, understanding of their home lives. Some kids, they can be tough to be around, but you just have to respect them all, treat them all kindly, because you really never know what these kids are dealing with at home. Just an example of this and what I experienced just in my short time at Central School is I had, one kid was telling me a story about how he has like an iPhone. He's in first grade, and you got kids like that all the way to kids like, one little boy was telling me that his dad forgot to put up some board in their trailer, so they had raccoons in there throughout the night. So you got every side of the spectrum in the school, so it's just important to treat everyone with kindness, respect. It's important to greet them every day. I know with COVID, you aren't supposed to give hugs out, but I try to give. If they wanted to give me a hug, I was giving them hugs because that might be the only hug that they're getting all day. So just important to be understanding of home life, which I think I did a good job of. Problem solving skills. I always had a backup plan when I was teaching these classes because everyone knows with 5 and 6 year olds, their attention spans are really small. So I always tried to have an activity in the back of my head that we could do if what was planned didn't work. And then just the ability to connect with students. I just tried to find out what kids this age liked, and that's how I would kind of get my way in. A lot of kids were wearing Minecraft stuff, so I would ask them about Minecraft, stuff like that. Some of my weaknesses, things that I could get better at. I'd say the biggest one is explaining activities for kindergarten and first graders to understand. What makes sense to me and you might not make sense to a 5 and 6 year old. So games that seem really simple, you really have to simplify them for kids these ages so they can understand. I was pretty bad at disciplining the kids too. Haven't figured that side out of teaching, so probably need to work on that. Generally, I'm pretty soft-spoken, so practice my loud voice, and remembering names is really hard for me. Some major problems encountered, and I wouldn't really say these are major problems, but some things that maybe could have been better to make this ideal. About halfway through the internship, the site supervisor missed around 1 month due to COVID. So I was pretty much there by myself, trying to learn on my own, basically. So that was a problem, but it was also kind of good because I got the chance to continue to lead class by myself. So I got more experience with that. So it's a bad situation, but kind of good as well. I think this will be similar among everyone, but just COVID-19, it just made everything way more difficult. Being the new guy in the school, it was tough because students didn't really want to open up and communicate with me at first. And then I felt like I got just minimal feedback on what I could do to improve. So yeah, that was just a couple of problems, but for the most part, everything went really smooth. Some benefits offered by the agency. Having the chance to lead class by myself was awesome. The site supervisor was also awesome. If I wanted to lead class, she would let me. If I wanted to sit back and observe, she would let me do that. It was basically whatever I wanted to do. She was very cool with and always down to help in any way she could. I was treated like a professional each day, which was a great benefit. All the staff members in the school were super welcoming, and they helped me throughout my journey. I also got the opportunity to continue working in the district. I'm working at the junior high now as a teaching assistant, so that was a benefit. And then they all said I could use them as references for future use. So how I left my mark on the agency, I always showed up early, at least 15 minutes. I always just came in with a positive attitude, full of enthusiasm, gave full effort each day, and just tried to help wherever needed. So if I could make any changes, if I could do it again, probably open up more from the start, try not to be so shy. This internship is, for some, it's once in a lifetime. Like, not many people get 2 internships, so just open up from the start and try to just take every single day as a learning experience. Try to do a better job of remembering the students' names. I really struggled with that, which made it a little hard to make some relationships with them. Make a better effort to make relationships with other staff members. I just kind of focused on the site supervisor while I was there, and then just asked more questions. So career goals, immediate. So through this internship, it opened up a job for me in the district at the junior high to be a teacher's aide. So that's full-time right now and paid, which is awesome. And then just continue to brainstorm a plan to what I want to do in the future, because I'm not 100% sure. And then future goals, gain more experience in the field, get out, observe. I put PE here. I've been thinking about going back to be a PE teacher. and maybe if I do that, I will do some personal training to make some bucks on the side. So overall, had a great internship experience, and um, it was full of learning, and it was a great time.